Hey friends, so now if you want to learn anything new, you want to become, for example, a data engineer, and you start searching online for courses, you're gonna find a lot of platforms and courses, and everyone is telling the same thing. They have the best program for you, and it can get you easily very overwhelmed with all the options that are available. And one of the biggest platforms that you might find in your search is Coursera. And this year I have done a lot of research about courses. One of them is Coursera, so I'm gonna share with you what I know about this platform and what I really think about it. Now, before we dive in, I'm gonna show you the options that we have in order to learn something, to become, for example, data engineer or data analyst. So basically we have two paths. The first one is the traditional one. So you go to university, you get a bachelor degree or maybe a master. This is what I did and it works. It is slow, it is expensive, but it gives you structure and you can get hired faster, especially if you are young and you're just starting out. But this is not the only path. We have a second path, the one that most people choosing now, especially if you are switching careers or you want to move faster. It is of course fast and flexible, but it has one problem. You cannot just say in your CV that you watch some tutorials and you have the skills. You have to prove your skills. And here you have two ways to do it. Either you get certified and you can build your portfolio projects. But now not all certificates are equal. So we have here as well two options. Either you get the certificates of completion from, for example, Udemy or LinkedIn. They look nice. You can go and share it in LinkedIn as an achievement, but to be honest, they don't mean much in hiring. That's why we have the second type, the industry certifications that comes from companies like Microsoft, Google, IBM. They carry more weight because it is industry recognized certifications. And this is exactly where Coursera comes into the picture because they host these big company programs. So that means, my friends, if you want to learn on your own, you have to do the courses, you have to get certified, not the certificate of completion. And as well, it can be perfect if you build your own portfolio projects. So now let's understand more what is Coursera. Now, my friends, if it is your first time on Coursera, you might get confused because it doesn't work like the other platforms like Udemy and LinkedIn. Coursera does not create any courses. They don't have even instructors. So instead of that, they partner with big companies and universities, and they make like a marketplace for their courses. So that means Google create their own certificates and content on Coursera. Same goes for IBM and Microsoft. So Coursera simply is a platform that hosts all those big tech companies and universities. It organizes everything, the payment process, and handles as well the support. So that means if you are taking a Google certificates, you are actually learning directly from Google. It is their content. And at the end, you're gonna get certified by them and not from Coursera, from Google. And this is the biggest selling point on Coursera. It is a course from big tech company or university, and as well you are getting certified from them. And now I'm gonna go and pick one of the courses and give you my opinion about it, like for example the IBM Data Engineering Professional Certificates, because usually data engineering is confusing and there are a lot of skills to learn compared to data analysts. If you are a data analyst, all you need is Excel, Power BI and SQL, but for data engineering there are a lot of things to learn. That's why I picked data engineering, and now I'm gonna show you what I think about this course. Let's go. So now we are at Coursera, and if I go and search for IBM Data Engineering, it's gonna be this one over here. So let's go inside. Now we can see here how many people are enrolled, the review, and if we click on enroll for free, we can see it is actually subscription based and you can cancel any time. And as you can see, we have here 7 days free trial. You can subscribe, for example, for a year, and once you got the certificates, you can unsubscribe. So now once you subscribe, you're gonna get an access to all courses involved for this certificate, data engineering. So you don't have to pay anything extra after that. So how the roadmap looks like, it's gonna start about introduction for data engineering. So you're gonna learn about the role, what we do, the process. So it is like theory about the role. Once you understand it, you're gonna start learning the skills. So the next one, it's gonna start immediately with the Python. The name here is really confusing. It says Python for data science, but I enrolled for data engineering. I think they have like only one course for Python and they used it in multiple certificates. So here you're gonna learn the basic stuff like the data structure, the conditions, loops, functions, exception handling. So all those stuff are actually relevant as a data engineer. And then you're gonna start learning about pandas. I don't think NumPy is really important for you as a data engineer. It is more for data science. But after that, how to access data with the REST APIs and stuff. So most of those stuff are actually relevant for you as data engineer. It's just the title here is not really nice. And after that, you're gonna do a project. So it's all about the ETL process, which is what we do as data engineers. So this is a project using Python. And after that, it starts talking about databases and SQL, which is the second core skill that you have to learn. So the first one is introduction about the basic terms of databases. So what is a database? What is a table? What is schema? The entity relationships. You are not learning SQL. You're just learning here database concepts. And after that, you're going to start with SQL. So you're going to learn the DDL commands, how to create a table, how to drop table, how to do updates, inserts. So the basic stuff of SQL and how to create views, stored procedures, and joins. So it is an SQL course. Again, the name here is confusing for data science, where actually it is not for data science, it is generic. Now, you're gonna learn as well more stuff about databases. Now, I'm gonna say this is too much, 21 hours for only administration of databases and database management. In real companies, we data engineers, we don't have to deal with those stuff. In each company, there is like dedicated team to do administration for databases. If you have any issue, you're gonna contact them. So there will be dedicated team for that. And you as data engineer, you don't have to deal with all those stuff. I can say I was lucky enough to work 17 years as data engineer and I never have to deal with those stuff. So I hope you can skip this to get the certificate. Now we come to something very relevant. You can learn about data pipelining, which is very important. Again here, ETL process using the Airflow and Kafka. This is your core stuff as data engineer. Most of the companies now streaming the data using Kafka, and if you learn it here, it can be perfect. So this is one of the core chapters in your roadmap as data engineer. And after that, we come to data warehousing. Well, I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion here. It is important to understand those concepts, to understand how to build a data warehouse. But I don't think anymore that is IBM Cognos is like the leader on how to build data warehouses. There are now more advanced stuff like Databricks and Snowflakes, but in many companies, they are still using this tool. So it is nice to learn the tool and as well to learn the theory, how to build a data warehouse. And now we come to something that I think it is irrelevant for you as data engineer. We are not going to build any dashboard for end users. It is what the BI developer, or let's say the data analyst, gonna do. We just collect, clean up and organize the data and provide it for the others. So this one is not really relevant for you, but it is nice to learn. Now we come to something which is nice. You're gonna learn about the NoSQL. In my project, we have utilized many of those techniques like the MongoDB and the Cassandra. So as a data engineer, it is expected from you to learn about NoSQL databases. So this is nice one. And of course, we come to the big boys here. We have the Spark and Hadoop. Now, most of the companies are generating massive amount of data and you cannot just rely on databases to do the ETL process. You need to work on distributed systems. So you have to learn the techniques of Hadoop and Spark. So the whole thing here is your core skills, what is expected from you, how to handle big data using those techniques. Now, as you can see, we are keep jumping between irrelevant and unrelevant. This is again unrelevant for you. You don't have to learn machine learning as data engineer. So I'm gonna say it is nice to have. Yeah, you can learn about Apache Spark, but you are learning here a lot of things about machine learning models. So again, unrelevant. They have to remove those stuff here. And then we come to relevant one. You're gonna do a data engineering project. So you're gonna put all those stuff together, the new SQL, the big data engine, data warehouse. So it is gonna be huge project. And after that, of course, we have to learn about AI. So this is gonna be a nice one. And the last one, it's gonna prepare you for an interview as a data engineer. And at the end, you're gonna get the IBM Data Engineering Professional Certificates. So you're gonna get certified. You don't have to do exams here. Okay friends, so now we come to my honest opinion about the whole thing. The whole structure, it was good. We went through all the things that is expected from you as a data engineer. So the SQL, the Python, the databases, the NoSQL, Kafka, and data pipelining, projects, and so on. And of course, the very good thing is that at the end, you're gonna get certificates from IBM, which is industry recognized certificates. And about the price, I can say I like this mode where I subscribe for a year and learn all those stuff. And that's it, I get certified. because if I'm gonna go to Udemy, for example, and start buying for each skill course, it's gonna add up, and at the end I'm gonna be spent more than the subscription. So if you are fast enough, the subscription gonna be cheaper. Now the thing that I didn't like is that there are some modules that are not anymore relevant, like the administration of the database and the machine learning stuff. It is not relevant as a data engineer. And another issue is that each time you go to a next course, a new topic, it's gonna be new instructor and a new style. Of course, the courses are huge. It's gonna be almost impossible to have the same person doing all those courses, but you're gonna feel it. You're gonna have like different styles each time you go to a new topic. So this is what I think about Coursera and about the IBM Data Engineering course. If you want to learn on your own, it is nice to get certified from those big tech companies. And I will keep repeating, what is more important than certificates is that you practice, you build your portfolio. So you have to do projects, you have to build portfolio, and this is really a nice way to show your skills and to prove that you can build things. And as I interviewed a lot of people at Mercedes-Benz, if I see certificates and projects, I will be interested more on checking their projects, what this person has done. So projects are way more important. Build your portfolio, build your projects, make it clean, and you can impress anyone that is interviewing you. And as well, you're gonna learn the real skills, not by just watching courses and get certifications. So now, if you like this type of videos where I'm reviewing other platforms or courses, then support the channel. And as well, if you want me to review anything else, leave it in the comment below. Otherwise, keep watching my courses that I make. I try to make it fun and easy to understand. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.